Y'all see this? I had a whole, oh gosh. Y'all need to see that. You didn't need to see that part, I had something in my eye. But I recorded this whole, I don't even know how long this video was. It was probably like about maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I recorded all of it. And there's no audio. You know what that means? That says to me that what I have to say is for somebody. So let me get myself situated and y'all listen up, okay? Hold on real quick. All right, we're gonna do this again. Yeah, I literally just got home from work and this was supposed to be a video on my ride home. So excuse what you see, all right? Excuse what you see. And let me actually, because I don't want y'all to see all that. But let me figure this out. Am I okay? Excuse all the noise, me trying to get adjusted in this chair. The lighting is not that great, but it's okay, right? I have my little doggy is trying to get my attention right now. And so you may or may not see her try her best to get up here. Y'all, hold on, because the light is not great. Is that okay? Is that better? Is it too much? So anyway, you guys, I am making all the noise. Oh God. Again, I just got off work, so y'all bear with me all this. I am tired. But again, I had this video for y'all where I was speaking from my heart and it did not record the audio. So I genuinely believe that is a clear indication for me that this video was going to touch and is going to touch somebody. I just will give you the gist of it and try my best to remember everything that I said, but it all came from the heart, so let's just talk it out. So yesterday was Sunday, and this is Thanksgiving week, and normally, before I head to church, I usually give my services in with pastors that I like to tune into. So I like to tune into Bishop J. Drew Sheard, my presiding bishop. I tune into him every Sunday morning as I'm getting ready for my own service. And I tune into Pastor John Hanna. I tune into Bishop Dillard, Linwood Dillard, and who else? I also tune into Bishop T.D. Jakes, the Potter's House. I watched the Potter's House. I was trying to think, is there anybody else before I mentioned Bishop? But no, those are my folks. But for the last maybe couple of weeks, though, I have not watched the Potter's House. And it's so interesting. Can I just be comfortable? Can I get comfortable with y'all? Because we're gonna get real just quickly. So yesterday, as some of you or many of you know, Bishop Jakes, during his service yesterday, he had a medical emergency. And it was, if you tuned in or if you watched the videos on social media, you folks are playing the video of him ministering, and then he's giving the benediction, the closing prayer, and that is when he goes into some sort of medical emergency We don't know what it is, so we're not going to really call out there's so many possibilities. And those videos are out there, everybody is speculating, whatever. But what we do know is that Bishop was in distress at that moment. Bishop needed our prayers at that moment. And anybody who has a relationship with God went into immediate prayer after it finally hit that one of our spiritual fathers was in crisis. Like I said in the last video that y'all didn't see, I'm going to try my best not to get too emotional or emotional at all. But this is a real issue, a real topic. It's a real concern for the body of Christ. And it really, as I shared with some of my folks yesterday, it really hit home. I wanted to do this video, y'all, but I couldn't do it because it hit home. It was very triggering for me as a pastor's daughter. So what made me do this video today is because I know that there are a lot of pastors out there. There are a lot of bishops out there. There are a lot of spiritual leaders out there who are going through it. Sometimes you see it. Many times you don't. There's this, I hate to apply it, but I'm going to do it. There's this poem that I read a long time ago, over 20 years ago. And I believe the title is So We Wear the Mask. So We Wear the Mask. And of course, that poem had everything to do with slavery. Oh God, we're not even getting on that. But I believe that it applies here for people in the faith, for people in leadership, especially in the church, for the pastor's wife, the pastor's kids, grandkids. Oftentimes, folks do not see the burden. They do not see the load, especially if it's too heavy. We walk around and we smile and everything, and we believe God. That's real. We believe God. God is going to do it. He's going to change it. He's going to work it out. We know this, and so we walk that. But oftentimes we don't show that this is heavy. So what I saw yesterday in Bishop Jakes, I saw someone who maybe, and I'm sure he would probably agree, is someone who has a heavy, heavy load. My heart goes out to leaders. My heart goes out to pastors, bishops, first ladies. As a pastor's daughter myself, my heart goes out to the children. Because oftentimes people don't understand the load that people carry. And a lot of times you don't really or can't really express it like you want to. You get what I mean? And if you are not taking care of yourself, and I am not saying that Bishop isn't taking care of yourself, because if we've been watching, if y'all been watching, Bishop has been trying to take care of himself. He has lost a lot of weight. He's looking different. He looked good. I mean, he was okay, but if you've watched Bishop over the years, you know that he is really trying to focus on his health. He's trying to focus on his health. You can tell, right? My concern is that there are a lot of leaders who put the church first, who put family first, of course, who put church family first, who will drop everything to make sure that the family is okay, make sure the church family is okay, make sure the church is okay, and they will put themselves last, even without even intending to put themselves last. And it's the stress of it all that maybe you acknowledge and maybe you don't. Oftentimes you don't. It's the stress of it all. Not eating properly. Y'all excuse, that's not me. That is my puppy, Duchess. I promise y'all that was Duchess. Duchess, come see. So the people don't think that that was me. Come, girl. Come. Let me see. Lord. Look. Get up here. Get up here, girlfriend. Jeez. Somebody wants attention. Okay? That wasn't me. Anyway, let me get back to being real. So, in leadership, again, it's a heavy load, y'all. It really is a heavy load. Lay down. Look, let me turn this around. But it really is, it's a heavy load and it's a heavy burden. And you don't really want to say that it's a burden, right? Because it is purpose. Really and truly, it is purpose. And we're all doing, if we're not, we should be doing what we're called to do. And it comes with consequences. It's a lot. It really is. What I'm trying to say is yesterday I saw something that could have went way wrong. And I am so grateful that Bishop is okay. I'm so grateful that he had folks around him that tended to him. As soon as we all had to kind of snap out of it after watching, while watching it. Who knew he was doing a benediction? So, we thought he was praying, right? Until you actually saw like his physical body start to, just kind of be out of order, right? You guys, I want to talk about leaders in the church and how I am just saying simply, leaders, you got to take care of yourselves. You have to take care of yourselves. Take care of your health. Eat right, exercise. You got to put it in somewhere. And I am not talking from a judgmental space at all. I am talking honestly, I am speaking from the position of a pastor's child, of a pastor's daughter. You got to take care of yourself. Eat better. Exercise more. Spend more time with your family. Delegate. Oh gosh. Delegate. You cannot do it all. You can't do it all. The burden is heavy. The load is heavy, y'all. It is heavy. And we have to. Now I'm going back into the lay member mode. We, as church members, we have to continue to pray for our pastors because they are going through a lot. And honestly, what my father used to say, and I believe it's true, you can preach a 1 hour message and that is 8 hours on your body. Just 1 hour. 1 hour message. 30-minute message. All of that it takes, that is a full day of work that you have put in. You're on your body. And doing that every Sunday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Friday. Let's not forget all of the community service work that you put into, all of the things throughout the week that leaders and pastors have to tend to, have to be informed about, all of the calls that pastors are receiving from lay members, from city officials, and all of that, things that are going on in the church, outside of the church. Members, your members, and your members' children, and their children's children, and their nephews, and their nieces, and they need you to go to all of these events on their behalf. If you are a pastor, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you a member of the pastor's family, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's so much that is placed on our leaders, and I am simply speaking from a PK who has seen it. I've seen it. And that is where my heart is coming from. I am sincerely praying for Bishop. I am sincerely praying for Lady Jakes. I am sincerely, really and truly praying for the children, because I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot. And I know that you guys have seen a whole bunch. As PKs, we see a lot. We don't say a lot. Some of us, some of us don't say a lot, but some of us do. I know. But the reality of it is, if you are serving in the church, there's a lot of things that people don't say. I'm so glad that I was able to get through this. Y'all, earlier on the ride here, I was a mess. I was getting ready to be a mess. Yesterday, I was a mess. But it's really because I have a heart for leaders. I have a heart for leaders, and I beg you, if any leader sees this, any pastor, any bishop, anybody sees this, please take care of yourself. Take that vacation. Take that vacation. And I'm not talking about going out down the street 2 hours away for just a couple of days, but you still have access. People still have access to you. No, I mean unplug. Give yourself time to unplug, to get renewed and restored. Please do not let this take you out. Do not. And that does not in any way mean that you don't love God's people. But at some point, you got to remember, these are God's people. God's people. And sometimes give it to God and say, hey, I need to take care of me real quick. I'll be right back. I ain't going nowhere. I'll be right back. But I need to take care of me. My natural body needs this, because the stress, as they say, is a silent killer. It is y'all, that just hit me. Stress is the silent killer. And I am not saying that this is what happened to Bishop yesterday. But it just dawned on me, the silence. Did you hear when he prayed his prayer and then he went silent? We don't know what happened to him. But do you see how quick it happened? Do you see how subtle it was? I am begging you, leader, bishop, pastor, apostle, prophet, take care of yourself. Really. And thank God, Lady Sarita Jakes, thank God that she already was looking like, hey now, hey, I'm praying for you. And I know you can feel me praying for you, because I'm doing that throughout this hold on now. Hey, I'm so glad that she was praying in the spirit for her husband. We need to do that. Continual prayer. I know it's sometimes, look, now I'm getting sometimes we might not really be in the message and all that, but the pastor needs prayer, y'all. The pastor is trying so hard and his health. I know way too many pastors who put the church before their own health. And I am saying to you, you gotta take care of yourself. Because when you check out of here, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? So I really and truly pray that Bishop takes some more days to take care of himself, knowing that we'll be here. Okay, I'll tune in before I go to my service. I'm still gonna tune in, Bishop. I'm still tuning in. But please take care of yourself, because we love you. And this is to any pastor. As a lay member, we love you. And we have a lot of needs, and we call a lot. But you have to take care of yourself. And we'll be all right. We will be all right, okay? Because again, sometimes you just got to say, these are God's people. And I got to take care of myself. And it doesn't mean I quit. It just means I need to go for a couple of days, or however long it takes, or I need to figure out how to balance this out. Maybe Elder so-and-so can take on Tuesday nights or Wednesday nights. Maybe I preach and then someone else does the prayer to give me a minute, right? And I do know that there are some leaders who do that. Some leaders do that. But we just need to find a balance. And I know, and I'm not talking, I've never been a member of a mega church. My church is small. You know, I've been a part of small churches, medium-sized churches. I've been to mega churches, but I've never been a member of a mega church. So I can tell you that it's a lot for the small churches. It's a lot for the medium-sized churches. I can't even imagine what Bishop Jakes is going through. I can't even imagine what Bishop Sheard is going through. Bishop Dillard. Oh my God. We need to pray. We need to pray. And I mean pray in the spirit. I'm not joking, y'all. Yesterday could have went a totally different way. And I know way too many stories where it has. Some of you know this and some of you don't. My father passed away almost 10 years ago. And I truly believe that he had a huge heart. And his heart was just way too big for the people of God. And because of that, he took on a lot of people's burdens. And it took a toll on him. And I'm not saying that's the reason he died. But I am saying that as a pastor's daughter, I watched him take on 10 extra years, looking 10 years older than he was. Reason why I know is because my father finally decided to take that retreat I just talked about. And he had to go into a place. He had to go to a place in the mountains. I'm not joking. He had to go to a place in the mountain. And I believe it was for 5 days or 10 days. It was 5 to 10 days. And you couldn't be on your phone. None of that. Okay. Me being the youngest of the family, I went ahead and tried his phone to see if it was working. And it did. And he got in trouble too. He got in trouble because, of course, I would be the one to call him, right? But they got him. And you know, because he wasn't supposed to have a phone on or anything like that. But my point is, when my daddy came back he looked 10 years younger than he did when he left. That's how I know that my father's heart was way too big and he was taking on way too much of the people's problems. I'm not saying that's how my father died. I'm just saying that as a pastor's daughter, I saw the heaviness. I saw the load. And since then, I truly have a heart for leaders. And I will tell you until I'm blue in the face, take the vacations. Take the vacations. Eat better. Make yourself eat better. Make yourself exercise. Make yourself delegate. True advocate for it. I love y'all. And I really pray that this reaches the person it needs to reach, the leader it needs to reach. Bishop Jakes was an example to all leaders. Take care of yourself. Really, truly.